Hello dear Prime viewers, welcome back to our channel. So with this video today we are going to unveil our new playlist, that is MCQs for pharmacy. In this playlist we will be releasing MCQs based on various topics in pharmacy. We already have 5 different playlists consisting the information about the pharmacology and pharmaceutical analysis. Very soon we will be adding some more playlists including the sessions on organic chemistry. With this playlist we will be starting MCQs on pharmaceutical analysis. So these MCQs are very important. These are the sample MCQs we have prepared based on the questions which are there in the previous semester papers and the theoretical concepts we have in our syllabus. So these will be very useful for you to study GPAT, NIPER, JEE and other competitive examination or the government examination like Railway Recruitment Board, Drug Inspector examination and so on. So let's begin with the sample MCQs on the topic what we have studied, that is multi-component methods of analysis by UV spectroscopy. So the first question is, which one of the following is method of multi-component analysis by UV visible spectroscopy? So this we have already studied in our previous videos. So first option is the simultaneous equation, second option is the absorbance ratio method, third option is difference spectroscopy, and the fourth is all of the above. Okay, now can you guess the answer? You can pause the video, you can guess the answer and you can verify your answer. Okay, so we know simultaneous equation, absorbance ratio method and difference spectroscopy method. So all these methods are classified or they are the multi-component methods. Okay, so here the correct answer is all the above. Okay, so this is the correct answer for this particular question. Next question is, which among the following method utilize isoabsorptive wavelength for multi-component estimation? Okay, so here we should remember the concept of this isoabsorptive wavelength. So we have studied already in isoabsorptive or absorbance ratio method, in which we utilize the isoabsorptive wavelength. So it is a wavelength at which two different drugs they intersect each other and it will have equal absorptivity or they will show equal absorptivity. Okay, so these are the options: simultaneous equation method, absorbance ratio method, difference spectroscopy method and derivative spectroscopy method. So definitely the simultaneous, difference spectroscopy and derivative spectroscopy are not the correct options. Here the right answer is absorbance ratio method or absorption ratio method. Okay, so in absorbance ratio method we use isoabsorptive or isobastic wavelength. Okay, next question is, how much percentage of systematic error can be accepted as absorbance from interfering substance in single component UV spectroscopic method of analysis? Okay, so how much percentage of systematic error is considerable, or we can go ahead with that. So first option here is less than 0.1%, second is less than 1%, third is less than 10% and none of the above. So we have studied in the multi-component method of analysis, especially for single component method of analysis, where the interfering substances as the secondary substance, if they are absorbing the UV radiation together of total absorbance less than 1%, we can tolerate that, we can consider that, and we can dilute our formulation or the sample, and those impurities which are usually less than 1% as an interference, it can be avoided or it can be considered for the result. Okay, so here the correct option is less than 1%. Next question is, what is absorption maxima in UV spectroscopy? So we have studied the UV spectra where we have absorbance on the y-axis and the wavelength on the x-axis. Okay, so here we know if we are getting this kind of graph, the wavelength at which we observe the maximum absorbance, that will be the absorption maxima, or it is also referred as a lambda max. So what are the options given here? Wavelength at which maximum absorbance is observed, absorption at higher wavelength, most energetic wavelength, all of the above. Okay, so can it be a most energetic wavelength? No, it cannot be, because it can be any wavelength where we are observing a maximum absorbance. Can it be an absorption at higher wavelength? It depends, right? It need not to be always at higher wavelength we get higher absorbance. Okay, so it depends on the nature of the sample or the conjugation present in the sample. So here the correct option is wavelength at which maximum absorbance is observed. Next question, which among the following is not an example of multi-component formulation? So what are multi-component formulation? The formulations which contain more than one components which are absorbing UV radiations, okay, in a very significant way. So the first option here is co-trimetazole tablet. So co-trimetazole tablet, you know, it contains two drugs, trimethoprim and sulfamethoxazole. The next is a combiflam, which is also an combination of two drugs. Next is a caffeine injection. So in caffeine injection, we know we have again two components, caffeine and sodium benzoate, and the third is an aspirin tablet. Okay, so in aspirin tablet we have only one substance which is absorbing the UV radiation. Okay, so this is not an example of multi-component formulation, so that is the correct option here. Next, the point of equal absorptivity for two different drugs in UV spectroscopic method is referred as. So what is asked here? The point of equal absorptivity for two different drugs in UV spectroscopic method. So first is absorption maxima, second is isoabsorptive point, C is isobastic point, and D option is both B and C. That is both, it can have isobastic point or it can be isoabsorptive point. Okay, so what is the correct answer here? I already discussed this. So here isobastic point or isoabsorptive point, they are the synonym of each other. So correct option is D here. Next question, the British Pharmacopoeia and United States Pharmacopoeia uses the ratio of absorbances at specified wavelength as a. So if we are using the ratio of absorbances at specified wavelengths, okay, usually the two wavelengths, so it is given in British Pharmacopoeia and United States Pharmacopoeia, and this ratio is used for what? Can it be used as a confirmatory test of identifying the substance, detect functional groups present, determine molecular mass, or it can be used for all these purposes? So what will be the answer here? We know in USP and BP, the ratio of absorbances, which is also referred as a Q value, is used mainly for confirming the identity of the substance. Okay, we never use it for detecting functional groups. We have IR spectroscopy for that, and even we do not use it for determining the molecular mass. We have a mass spectrometry for that. Okay, next question is the method used for quantifying binary mixture of drugs which are acidic and basic in nature by separating from each other. Okay, so what is asked here? We have a binary mixture of drugs, and for quantifying that, if the drugs are acidic and basic in nature and they are separated from each other for the estimation, so which method is used for that? Simultaneous equation method, absorbance ratio method, assay after solvent extraction of the sample, and derivative spectroscopy. So if you remember, in A, B and D, we never separate the components from each other. Okay, without separating them, we quantify each one of them. However, in case of assay after solvent extraction method, we do separate the components from each other, usually with the help of separating funnel. So here C is the correct option. Assay using corrected for interference method is used when? Option A is interference identity and concentration are known, interference are difficult to separate, interference are unknown and in large quantity, and interference identity, concentration and absorptivity are known. So we have seen what is a corrected for interference method, so where we have a correction factor for interference. Okay, and we have studied if we know what interference are present in what concentration and what is their absorptivity, then we can use this method. So here the correct option is yes, it is a D. Unwanted absorption from the interference are referred as. Okay, so what is unwanted absorption? Absorption other than your analyte of interest is referred as a unwanted absorption, and the substances are referred as a interference. Okay, so what are those? Here option A is cutoff absorption, irrelevant absorption, isoabsorptive absorption, and bathochromic absorption. So it will definitely, it will not be isoabsorptive absorption, it will not be a cutoff absorption. Can it be a bathochromic absorption? No, it cannot be. So it is an irrelevant absorption which is not related to the analyte. Okay, they are unwanted absorption, so the correct option here is irrelevant absorption. In USP, that is United States Pharmacopoeia, absorption ratio at two different wavelengths is referred as. Option A, Q value, next B, irrelevant absorption, C, isoabsorptive absorption, and distribution ratio. Okay, so what is the correct answer? I already told you in the previous, it is a Q value. Okay, so the ratio is referred as a Q value, the ratio which is recorded at two different wavelengths. One will be the lambda max of any of the drug, and the other will be the lambda max of the same drug at different wavelength. Okay, or it can be at isobastic wavelength. 11. UV spectroscopic multi-component method which uses equimolar solution of drug in two different pH, acidic and basic, is. So what is that method where we use two different pH of same drug? We prepare a solution of same drug in equimolar concentration in a different pH. Simultaneous equation method, we have already studied this. Absorbance ratio method or absorption ratio method, difference spectroscopy method, and derivative spectroscopy method. So what will be the answer here? In simultaneous equation method, do we prepare? No. In absorbance ratio method also, we do not change the pH. In difference spectroscopy method, we change the pH of the solution. So we prepare in 0.1 normal NaOH and in 0.1 normal HCl. Okay, so this is the correct option, and we record the difference in absorbance. Next question, UV spectroscopic multi-component method which involves conversion of normal spectrum to first order, second order, etc. is referred as. So what will be the correct answer here? The correct answer is derivative spectroscopy, where we prepare a derivative spectra from normal spectra or the zero spectra. Okay, so we have discussed first order spectra, second order spectra, third order spectra, and so on, where we convert the normal or zero order spectra into its higher order. Okay, so the correct option here is a derivative spectroscopy. Next is, which isobastic wavelength of sodium benzoate and caffeine is used in absorption ratio method using UV spectroscopy? So 227 nanometer, 273 nanometer, 241 nanometer, and 257 nanometer. So what is the correct answer here? You know, 227 is a lambda max of sodium benzoate, 273 is a lambda max of caffeine, 241 is the correct answer. Okay, because we know these are the two drugs which have equal absorptivity at 241, and 257 is usually the lambda max of paracetamol. So this is the last question. If the drug is getting ionized in an alkaline pH, shifting its lambda max from 271 nanometer to 291 with increase in absorbance at the lambda max is showing option A bathochromic shift, option B hypochromic shift, option C hyperchromic shift, and option D both A and C. So what is happening here? The change in pH is ionizing the drug and it is shifting its lambda max from 271 to 291 nanometer. Okay, so you have studied in the theory. Okay, here we have bathochromic shift, which is also referred as red shift. On this side we have hypsochromic shift, which is also referred as blue shift. Okay, and here on the top we have hyperchromic shift, and to the down we have hypochromic shift. Okay, so if the drug absorbance is getting increased than the previous, it is known as a hyperchromic. If it is less, it is a hypochromic. If the lambda max or absorption maxima is shifting from the shorter wavelength, so here we have an order of wavelength, here we have a 200, and here towards here we have 400 or 800. Okay, so if it is shifting from the shorter to the higher, we refer it as a bathochromic shift. If it is shifting from higher to lower, we refer it as a hypsochromic shift or the blue shift. So with that, what will be the answer here? So the lambda max is shifting from 271 to 291 with increase in absorbance. So absorbance is increasing, so it is a hyperchromic shift, as well as the lambda max is shifting from shorter to the higher wavelength, so it is a bathochromic shift. So the correct option here is both A and C, where we have a bathochromic and hyperchromic shift. It is not a hypochromic shift. Okay, so these are the possible questions from the methods of multi-component analysis by UV visible spectroscopy. Thank you for watching this.